Mario Reyna, member of the Prosperity Task Force.
Well, let's start with that question, Mario. What's the task force all about?
Well, today it was an important meeting because we brought in economists from UTRGV, South Texas College, to discuss what the region looks like with the current workforce, and also to discuss the degree production that we have had for the last 5 years. And then we ended with the type of industries that are moving into Texas. So the main point of today's meeting was, what industries can we attract to the region with all the economic entities involved? What is it that we can agree on? And that is what we did today. We focused on 5 industries that we can all collectively agree to pursue, and let's see where it goes from here.
It was a very in-depth discussion. You had a big turnout, lots of economic development leaders, education leaders, and a very in-depth discussion that went on for many hours.
It is. You know, South Texas College did a gap analysis, a skills gap analysis, and they gave me like 86 pages of information. We reduced it, obviously, to a few slides, but there's so much information of where we are right now. And based on the data that they have, they made recommendations on where new programs might be developed. UTRGV, Dr. Contreras, obviously concentrated on all the colleges in the region and the type of degrees that they're producing. And when you think about that, in the last 5 years, that we have 85,000 graduates with a certificate and above, it makes you wonder, you know, why we are where we are. Why do we have such high poverty levels when we have this wealth of people with a lot of skills? So that's where we're trying to move, because we need an industry, we need to recruit an industry that pays wages so we can help people get out of poverty.
If we are producing, and the numbers don't lie, we are producing all these very talented future workers with fantastic degrees. Is there a huge brain drain going on today? Are we losing those to other areas?
Well, there is information that we do lose people to other areas, and I think it's very clear to see why. You know, when you have this number of people graduating, and so the options here are not that great for them. You know, and I think you've seen other data where, you know, 6% of the people that live in poverty have a college degree. So that gives you an indication of why we're having this kind of discussion. I'm very pleased that everybody was here. We had McAllen Economic Development, Westlaco was here, FAR was here, Edinburgh. We had folks from the Lower Rio Grande Development Council. We had COSTEP. Lots of great individuals that are very interested in moving our region forward. So I think what's going to happen after today, you know, we're going to present this information to the CEO group. And I think most of you probably have heard of Mr. Joaquin Spammer. And we have about 15 or 20 CEOs that belong in this group, and we're going to present the information. And if they agree, then we're going to start marketing the region for those categories. Also, I think you're aware that we have a marketing group that's looking at rebranding the region, because the CEOs, they want to rebrand the area, and we'll see what comes out of it. We're not done yet. When it's done, we'll present it to the CEOs. They will agree on whatever it is that they want to call the region, and they are going to pay to market the region on whatever name it is selected.
Did you settle on the industries that this region wants to go after?
I think in our general conversation, I think we do. I think we talked about primary metals. I think we talked about manufacturing. We talked about utilities. We talked about information technology, including artificial intelligence and automation. And then we talked about also the scientific area, scientific technical areas, and this is going to be what we are going to call an outlier, because it's going to require probably more preparation and infrastructure. But this is an area where we have a lot of graduates. We have a lot of folks that are graduating with information technology degrees. We have a lot of individuals that have engineering degrees. We have a lot of individuals in the business professions, the sciences. So we need to obviously get industries that supports that kind of knowledge.
You may not be aware of this, but this is exactly, although you probably are, this is what the site selectors want, because we were fortunate enough to go to cover an event with CoStep where they brought some national site selectors down. And the points those site selectors were telling us was, you can't be all things to all men. You can't say, oh, we can do anything. Just bring the manufacturing company, we'll do it. Those site selectors really wanted the Valley, our region, to say, this is what we're good at and this is what we want more of, and really be hyper concentrated on those industries. And that's exactly what you're doing.
Absolutely. You know, Texas has 50 community colleges, and each community college is designed for the region. The programs that they have are for the region. You can imagine the community college in Houston have programs for Houston. We have programs for our region, and that is great. But we also need to concentrate on new industries. Something that we know, we have the knowledge, we have the people that have the skills. We need to bring those type of industries in addition to what is going on right now. But so we have the capability, and I think from today's meeting, there is some consensus that we agreed on those 5 areas that we will make an effort to recruit. And why all this? Because we did an analysis of all the industries that are coming into Texas. And where do they go to? They go to Houston, they go to Dallas, they go to San Antonio, they go to Austin. Why not here? We have people with the knowledge and skills to do those industries. Why are they going there? I don't know. I don't know why they're going there. But we're going to make an effort to recruit those 5 areas that we talked about, and things will begin to change.
Mario, thank you so much. Is there anything we've missed, anything else you want to add about not just today, but your work in general with the task force?
We are very pleased, Judge Richard Cortez is very pleased with the level of involvement from all the community. As you know, we have 14 different groups. Today, it was the Economic Development Group. Tomorrow, we meet with the Marketing Group. We met with the Policy Group. The Policy Group are the mayors, some of the mayors are involved, and some of the other elected officials. We had a great discussion similar to what we did today, because we want them obviously to know what's going on so they're aware. We want everybody to be aware. The more information we have out there, the easier it is for people to understand what we're trying to do. So after this meeting, we will present to the CEO group, and then we have to put this in writing. And we had a general discussion that we might put all this information in CoStep, because CoStep is an organization that's in charge of recruiting industries to our area. And then there's the Lower Rio Grande Development Council. They also have a strategic plan that we need to place this information with them. So we need those discussions, but we do need to write things down so people are aware. It becomes something permanent that can be updated whenever it needs to be updated.
Mario, thank you so much for today's interview. As always, we've learned a lot by being allowed to participate and cover the task force.
Thank you so much. Did it come out okay?